Hello, my name's Randy Rolfe, and I'm an independent consultant with Nikken. And this is a showcase about Nikken, what we believe is a better way to earn money and stay healthy and achieve a life in balance. I joined Nikken in 1997 because a naturopathic physician knew that I was interested in reaching more people with my message of vibrant health and good nutrition and healthy living. And he introduced me to the idea of energy medicine that Nikken had developed to a fine art already, with a line of non-medical, non-invasive, patented products that help restore us to natural energy, as if we were living outside all the time instead of surrounded by steel and concrete and electric and now Wi-Fi. So this is the kind of support our body really thrives on. All living things need that natural energy, and things just don't work as well if we're not exposed to them. So I'm going to share some slides to take us through an overview of Nikken. And let me just hide us all and get to the slideshow. All right, so, whoops. So Nikken has focused from the beginning on the idea of a life in balance. And Nikken started in Japan, and their balance is much higher priority than in the West, where we think bigger is better, more is better. They're really about balance, and their society is several thousand years older than ours, so I think there's some wisdom there. And there's a little diagram on this slide about people, planet, and profit, and we really focus on that in Nikken, helping people individually to develop their wellness homes, but also looking out for the planet, reaching as many people as we can to help build world peace and healthy families around the world with our products, and also an environmental consciousness. Nikken's very careful about their products to be produced sustainably and with safe materials. And then profit. We can build a really wonderful business around helping other people with their health. So it doesn't get much better than that when you're in the business world. So this is the core of what Nikken offers, and that is the compounding effect of small daily decisions. Whether we get enough sleep, whether we stay hydrated, whether we get some exercise, whether we eat healthy ways, are we hugging our family, are we doing meaningful work? All of those things count to keep stress from building up to where we get chronic disease. And chronic disease is on the increase. In spite of all the money we throw at our healthcare system, it really becomes a disease management system. And it's us to us, our self-care, our daily decisions to keep ourselves healthy. So Nikken, we believe, is a choice that makes a huge difference: active wellness and collaborative entrepreneurship. I'm going to go over the collaborative entrepreneurship first and then get onto the active wellness. Nikken's philosophy is based on the 5 pillars of health. The founder, back in 1997, built his company around this idea that we all deserve a life of abundance and happiness, but we needed to have balance in all 5 areas: healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And working towards that progressive realization of this ideal is our definition of success. Today, the main thing that's causing all these degenerative conditions and shortening our healthy lives is the stress. And stress comes from all different ways, and you see it every day in the people you talk to. And the number one stress today is financial. On the radio this morning, they were saying that, well, now we're in full employment because there are only 6 million jobs that don't have people, and there are only 6 million people that are looking for jobs. Well, That's not the whole story. 95% of our population are either employees or self-employed, and they only make money when they are on the job. They have no leverage as an employee. They're only paid what the employer thinks their job is worth, not what they are worth. And even self-employed, you're completely responsible. You're the last one who gets paid, and time still equals money. The opportunities, the money is being made in the right side of this picture. This is the cash flow quadrants developed by Robert Kiyosaki. And the model we use, although it's not about health, is McDonald's, because becoming a business owner allows you to leverage your time through employing others and having a system that works, that is easily duplicatable. The problem, of course, with most franchises is it takes $1 million or $2 million to get started. And I've heard that to even develop wealth with McDonald's, you need to have 2 or 3 of the franchises. So that means $2 or $3 million to get started. The fourth quadrant is the investor, and then there's a happy, smiling Warren Buffett there, considered probably the top investor in our country. And that's where you have enough money to put your money to work by investing in other people's businesses. But again, you need millions of dollars. The trick is to find an opportunity that is a startup for someone who doesn't have $1 million waiting to be invested in a franchise or in other people's businesses. And that is leading to the new trend in our economy, the gig economy. And that's where people who aren't being paid enough, or people who are entrepreneurial or want to be their own boss, are adding other sources of income to their daily regimen. And this is called a gig. And the millennials are really building this part of the economy because they know the corporations aren't going to take care of them the way they did their grandparents. And they're changing expectations, give them the freedom to change jobs, to change careers, to add time that is up to their discretion, more mobility geographically and also time-wise, so they can develop more life balance, work-life balance, and can be very efficient because the money you spend can be just on developing your gig business, not on housing a business in some office. You can work from home and so on. So there's many, many opportunities, and this is being shown by how many people, even successful business people, are driving for Uber in their after hours to build more income. And in 5 years, from 2012 to 2017, while GM only grew by $1 billion, Uber grew from 60 million to 68 billion. And that's because they've been so successful in pulling people into the gig economy. And likewise, the internet is having a huge effect. So many millennials are building businesses online. And Amazon's a great example of what's changed in our world. Well, where Walmart lost a couple of billion in those 5 years, Amazon went from 83 billion to 385 billion, so almost by a factor of 5. So it's clear that our economy is changing. People are shopping online. There's fewer retail outlets that are closing their doors because of the online shopping. So what is the Nikken advantage? Well, first of all, it's very low cost of entry, actually just $99 and then $79 year to have full access to the Nikken business. It easily integrates into your life. No need to quit your job. It only takes 10 to 15 hours a week to get started. Turnkey entrepreneur system, sort of like McDonald's, except way, way cheaper and easier and more fun. And amazing leadership development plan. So it makes it the perfect gig. So what do we do as Nikken independent consultants? Well, we get to leverage the efforts of others by finding partners who want to use the products and recommend them and get a check from Nikken. And that compounds if they duplicate what we're doing by finding their own partners. It's quite a wonderful system. So what we do is we join Nikken, we get our own products and start building our wellness home. We share and promote the products and the business opportunity to those who are interested, and invite people to get what they need to build their 5 pillars. And Nikken does all the heavy lifting, literally. They inventory, they do the research and development, the warehousing, the shipping, the operations, the accounting, and they send us our commission checks on the 15th of every month from them for the previous month, as well as lots of incentives and bonuses and trips. There's a bunch of people in Japan right now who won the trip to Japan. And I've won that. It's phenomenal and treated like royalty. So the core, the only reason I'm in this business is that the products are so incredibly effective. I had looked at direct sales before, but they were sort of Me Too products, you know, cosmetics or creams or supplements. Nikken has it all. It's a one-stop shop for wellness. By incorporating, replicating the natural energies that all life depends on, and our bodies work better when they are using these products. It really becomes a cash flow engine, because once someone finds out what these products can do, they get their initial purchase, then they can upgrade to more durable products. They can get on the monthly nutritionals, which are second to none. They're not just Me Too at all. And then invite additional users in their home. And Nikken is always checking out new things. They have wonderful pulsating magnetic device now that's absolutely phenomenal. So even if someone's not interested in the business, building their wellness home is an ongoing cash flow engine for the business builder. So this lovely little circle is what we call our core circle of influence. It's our business unit. The 5 little houses at the top are people that are customers and building their wellness homes, and you can have as many customers as you want and get a nice return on what they buy retail. And then the 3 people below are your partners, and you want to find 3 partners who are interested in creating one of these business units and finding their 3 partners. And so you compound and leverage. So we do it with the ABC system. A new consultant is the B, and their mentor in Nikken helps them present to the potential customer or consultant C. And as soon as the B recruit some C's, they can act as a B, as the A. So it's quite a wonderful system. The support system is incredible. As you see, that's you with your business unit at the bottom, and all these people that are above you that make a bit off of what you create help you to get more and more valuable to the company with your compounding and leveraging. And of course, it's not a straight line. It's a little bit up and down like any business is. And it takes real persistence and consistency to be really successful, just like any other business. Restaurants, insurance, real estate, you know, it's not everybody puts in the effort and time it takes to be successful. But in Nikken, it's up to us. We get paid what we're worth. It's truly amazing. And this is a great reminder that if you have an apple seed, you have no idea how many apples can come from that one seed. So if you choose to be one of Nikken's apple seeds, you can reach hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of people, and maybe millions. There are people in Nikken who have actually impacted more than 1 million lives. It's very, very exciting. We do business in 20 countries and growing. So this is a quick, not quick, but a simple and beautiful, elegant diagram of exactly what the unit can produce. This business unit, when it starts to duplicate and compound, you can see you're at the top of this circular diagram, and on the left is the people you're reaching as your partners. So when your 3 partners find their 3, that's 9 more partners in your organization. And with their each have 5 customers, there are 45 new customers who are enjoying building their wellness home products in every month. And if they're on producing 100 volume points, which is basically a wholesale dollar, this is what happens. You end up being at the silver level already with 500 a month coming in. And as those people get their 3, then they get 135 customers. Then you move to the gold, and it really works beautifully. There are a whole number of different benefits and rewards. We don't have to go into them in detail unless you really want to see how the business pays. And now we'll move to the product. Same diagram, the compounding effect of our health choices make all the difference. And we know that stress and sleep and air and water toxins are the biggest problems with creating chronic problems for heart disease, diabetes, and so on. Poor diet, poor sleep, and toxins in our air, our water, and the chemicals we bring into our home. So let's see, I'm going to ask Hattiejane to carry on from here. I'm sure you're tired of my voice. Hattiejane, can you take it from here? I'm going to unmute you and go back to the sharing.
Thank you. And you'll have the slides for me?
Yes.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you, everyone. One of the most remarkable things about the Nikken company is truly its product line, and that's for the creative part that we get to play with, to share, to let you all know it exists, and share with you why we have found it so remarkable. And it is, now how do I put this in proper language?
Yeah, we're
my background is as a nurse, so
yeah.
I tend to think of wanting to put things in medical terms, and you don't need medical background. But what's incredible was when I was using the product, for one reason, I found another aspect of my health majorly improving. Now, when I was a kid and growing up and so forth, and my parents worked so very hard to help me deal with the different allergies and discomforts I had in life, and it was not always successful, but we breathed and I worked on it and so forth. So in communicating to, we're aware that our kids, and we're aware that we're all, numerous ones are having a bit more of an expansive waistline than is really comfortable for our total internal health. Next slide. And our kids are following our example, and what we're eating and how we're eating is contributing again and again. So what is the answer? Well, we have a lovely little saying. It says, be healthy by choice, not by chance. Now, by chance, I've lived to this age. Oh, that's nice, in the 70s. But the younger folks are now having more and more different choices and being exposed to things. And as we go along, taking responsibility for your health, not just leaving it to chance, not just waiting till something falls apart and then going to deal with it. Eating better, being more active, staying active. And if you have things that are interfering with that capacity to do that, well, that Nikken really comes into help. And so choosing active wellness, you really then start to holistically look at your health. You look at how your relationships are with your family, your friends, how your food, the nutrition within your body is working for your body, and how that's managing out. How are you breathing? How are you paying your bills? And how are you thinking about things? Are you thinking things are possible? Are you thinking that things are happy and growing well? Are you feeling oppressed? Well, when you feel better, no matter what state of health you're in, when your air is breathed better, when your water is so well filtered and absorbs so well in your body, when you sleep deep and well every single night, so that your body actually has that momentary fleeting chances for all those marvelous hormones and stuff that's part of our internal mechanisms to go out and play and actually help us grow and heal because we slept properly and deeply. The light that we're exposed to is just phenomenal. And Nikken doesn't sell medical products. Nikken sells products that help you leverage your health into better and better states, because what they do provide are products that are remarkable in their basic appropriate health care for your wellness. With the nutritionals are from top researchers dealing with health issues, and they're organic, and they are natural, and they're non-chemical, and they're fresh. And the skin care line is not for a cosmetic need, but for your nutritional need of your body's skin care. And how does that affect, and how it is effectively application of healthy things that enhance your skin's integrity and appearance. The environmental comes into what we think of in the area of one of the biggest environmental effects immediately in our home, and is not a choice, it's an actual requirement, and that is our water. And our water has different challenges in different ways. And with the one system, you can go wherever you are, you have access to super clean, super healthy water, so that your hydration is so much more effective. And many things are surprisingly less annoying in your health because you are hydrating with good water. Then the rest and relaxation goes down to the very core. And that is really subtle, because with the effect that they first came out with, and what he first started the company with, was the awareness of how our magnetic field affects us. And he added just a pair of insoles into your shoes that were magnetic. And people found that when they added those into their shoes in the evening, or into their slippers, when they came home in the evening after a long, hard day, they could take a deep breath, and they could play with their kids. They could hear what was going on. They could enjoy life, not just work. And people found out, well, if I enjoy it so much at night, well, maybe I can do it all day long. And it took off. And in Japan, it's a cash economy, and it was back then, and it still is. And so as person to person shared that, and with the product line that it has, that's what is success. And it's a very subtle awareness internally. So it's not somebody telling you you're going to do this, not somebody telling you this is going to happen. You know what's happening in your body, sometimes for the first time. And your choices then can make adjustments or build on what's happening. So investigate us, check us out. Let's begin your new success story with an active wellness and living a life in balance, because the business is, yes, we move and we encourage product sales, and because we know what we can do, and if it's right for you, we really would love to sell it to you. And that's what the business is about, just sharing. And I get so excited by how much better my life is. I want other people to have that opportunity. Thank you, Randy.
Thanks, Hattiejane. That was wonderful. The products are so amazing, and you described the multiple technologies that Nikken is a pioneer in. You can't get these products anywhere else. and accept from us consultants. And it's our job to let the world know. So I'd like to invite any of our listeners who'd like to contribute their story. You've heard a bit about Hattiejane's and a bit about mine.
Randy?
Yeah, somebody else?
Forgive me for interrupting you, but just one more percent. And that is, you will see other products out there that say they're magnetic. You will see other things that say that they do marvelous things with solar energy. But Nikken has been around for 40 years. It truly was a pioneer. It truly has been working with people for 40 years. It's been getting the experiences of people over 40 years. We're not guinea pigs. We are just so lucky to have found it and learned how much better our lives to be in order to share it. But Nikken has got the best track record. So therefore, when you're trying our product, you know what you're getting is really the cream of the crop. Thank you, Randy.
Very good point. Very good point. And as a lawyer, I can say that I've never seen another company that had more integrity, and it keeps itself focused on those 5 pillars of health for its employees, for its consultants, and most of all for its customers. And you described the history so well. It's really an amazing company from a corporate point of view, and totally focused on having the finest products. They don't bring out a new product unless it is cutting edge, but it's always based on science replicating nature to support
wellness.
The whole body. And even our cats, I see your cat, pets really respond. And we know they don't watch the videos, they don't read the literature, they don't care what's on YouTube, they just respond. We have pet pads, we have pet joint supplement, and they change pets' lives. And people care a whole lot about their pets. And when they see an old dog start new tricks or a cat who's getting kind of tired and gets sparky again, it warms your heart. And you know that we're all mammals, and it can do the same for us. So is there someone else who would like to share their story? Betty or Elaine? Those are the names I can see. I'll just tell my story. I had been doing preventive health since the 70s. I didn't have any complaints. And but I noticed stuff. When I started sleeping on the sleep system, I didn't get as tired in the middle of the afternoon. I could swim further without getting tired. I had better balance climbing stairs when I was visiting cathedrals in Europe. It makes a big difference of just how your body works. So I thought if it could change things for me when I didn't even have any complaints, why couldn't it help everybody? Which it does, because we don't all live outdoors 90% of the time. We're indoors 90% of the time. And Wi-Fi didn't even exist when I started Nikken, but now it's all over the place, and we know it's affecting our children, our neurology, our mental focus, and so on. So Nikken is more valuable than ever. Let's see, I think Elaine, you were going to speak up.
Yeah, hi, I don't know if you can hear me. It's Elaine Matthews. I am driving. I have it on speakerphone. And I just want to share a little bit about a cat story. We say it's in my head when I something sometimes. They say, oh, that's just in your head that it helped you. And then I say, well, you need to hear the cat story. And the cat story is my son and his wife. They were young, 21 and 22, when I got into Nikken. And Amy had a cat. And the cat was 15. It wouldn't eat, it wouldn't drink. It was losing weight, and it was just fading away. And the vet said, it's just old, Amy. There's nothing we can really do. But here's some medicine. Well, the cat wouldn't take the medicine. And I have that pack flex, that pack magnet that Mom gave me, and it really helped Mom, and it really helped Grandma. I just wonder if it would help the cat. He said, I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay it in the basement where the cat likes to lay. And let's see what happens. Well, they did that, and it wasn't long. The cat was laying on the magnet. Now, animals have senses, lots of good ones. Sometimes I think they have better senses than people. But anyway, the cat laid on the product because it knew it felt better on the product. The cat, in no time, started drinking, then it was eating, and the cat came back and lived to be 19 years old.
Oh my gosh, another 4 years. Wow.
Yeah. Amy had her cat 4 more years, and now my son is in the medical field, and so is his wife. And believe me, they were very skeptical, to say the least. And that lesson that they learned from that cat opened them up to understanding, wow, I might not know how it works, but it works. And I said to them, do you need that double-blind study now? And they said, no. I said, you know, we don't need that double-blind study because it helps animals and it helps babies. It helps children. And I said, well, Amy said it saved her cat's life. That was her words. And, you know, at the time I was back in Lancaster County and they were in Western Pennsylvania, and that's 5 hours difference. I didn't even know this happened until I went out to visit and I saw the cat and I said, what's wrong with the cat? It looks terrible. And they said, oh, you don't know the story. The cat looks good. And then they told me the story. And now they're believers. And my son has a sleep system. All 3 of these kids, all the dogs and all the animals have necklaces. The kids have necklaces. They drink the water. They have the air systems. It changed their lives. A young family growing up to be very, very healthy. This is a wonderful company. And I almost missed it in 1997 when I joined, just like Randy. You know, but my brother drove home from Texas and I saw the difference in him. And I started using the products. And you know what? It saved my life. It saved my mom's life. We need to go forward and help others. The world needs us. The children need us. Big time. Families need us. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Elaine. That was wonderful. And so often we can get to the skeptics by helping their pets, because then when they see their pets getting better, they're like, oh, maybe this stuff works. It's great. So thanks so much, Elaine and Hattiejane. I'm just going to go back to a couple of closing slides here and just ask whoever's watching this video or webinar to get started. Start your wellness home, become a customer, get some insoles or the water, the sport bottle, even the shower head. I was talking to a guy this morning, he was excited about the shower head, and or the pillow or the mask for sleeping to rest the eyes. And then you can, if you want to share, just share with your family, and Nikken will send you a check for all the purchases that are made, and then you can start being having your own little gig, your part-time entrepreneurship, and you can also develop a full-time entrepreneurship and change your career if you feel like it, if you're not happy in the job you're already in. So thank you for watching, and we hope you will really look at Nikken as a better way to live your life. And thank you, Elaine and Hattiejane, and everybody else who's on here. I will put this on YouTube and my Facebook and send it out to those who want it. And we'll see you next week. Right.